can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some.
And it's been able to get away past the 45. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Sometimes the key is just get him the ball, let him do his thing, and then get it out to him on the left side. And he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Well, the Vikings had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 40 yards from the 10, 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now, look, that wasn't a huge game, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch that?
Now they will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Dalvin Cook with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Joseph connects on the extra point,
and it's now a 7-0 game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Here's Fields. He completes it to Beckham. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 34 for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Fields. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. It's his 8th rushing touchdown on the campaign and 10th overall. And the Bears are an extra point away from drawing level. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
On 2nd and 7, Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st down, Irv Smith, the partner. It just feels like this is his year, because you remember him as a 2nd rounder in 2019. He had to share the starting job at tight end in his first 2 seasons. After almost 700 yards and 7 touchdowns, the job is truly his here in Minnesota.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Nothing fancy there, a little smash-mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut, as you described, and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 15 now. Cousins looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. There he goes, right side. The 40. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Fields going to get that outline to Mooney. He's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. First and goal.
A play fake. Now Fields to throw.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Kari Blasingame,
His first touchdown on the year.
and the Bears have taken the lead.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
Carlos Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Hey, give him credit. That's a good, solid game there in the sneak because it all comes together. Enough space, get forward, get...
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Justin Fields
with his third touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year.
And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
There is something to a game plan. We're trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On third down, Cousins. There's the stiff arm. And this one complete to Smith. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Here comes Pettis on the return. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And it will be first and 10 as they take over.
At their own 46-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. After the sack on first down, Fields. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
He's going to let it go again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 all the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he will find his man on the end route, complete.
Finding room at midfield.
And he's taken down at the 45-yard line. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, in the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Montgomery gets unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense him saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
They go play action. Cousins. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And firing a deep ball for Kmet.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And these are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10.
Now a give running left with Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Chicago.
Darnell Mooney.
36 yards.
And the Bears take a 3-touchdown lead.
Now the point after try for Santos. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Next to score, Bears 28, Vikings 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings get one closer.
Joe Joseph connects on the extra point,
and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
Their catch made at the 21-yard line. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter.
He's got a man here. It's Montgomery. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Running left, Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 44, Fields going for the deep ball. And this is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Darnell Mooney with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Santos with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Bears 35, Vikings 14. Cairo Santos to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy wording than using that. One play, 75 yards end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
From the 27, Fields. Flush to his right. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Off play action, Fields. And that is incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would like to give their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. For the last one, man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. Fielded just inside the 30. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It really doesn't get much easier than the last drive. One play, and they took it all the way to the house on the touchdown run.
And you know how many times we talked about that's exactly how they drew it up? Because essentially every play that's drawn up in an offensive playbook, if everyone does their job perfectly, should go for a touchdown, right? That's one that actually did. Give a little credit to those big fellas up front, too. They sprang their man for not only a big gain, but 6 points.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to get the football back as time will run out in this third quarter of play. So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Best starting field position you could possibly have. First and goal from the 1. Here's Fields on the sneak. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Well, I think the effort was there, but sometimes the defense is just a little bit better. No gain on the quarterback sneak, no place to go.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. Now it's Fields. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make the play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. No gain on the play, and what to do now on fourth and goal.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
They snap it to Fields. Touchdown! David Montgomery, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over first down 10.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Robert Quinn able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return is Pettis. 35 yards that time on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10.
At the 50-yard line.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Fields going to keep it once more.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think his big boys up front, that offensive line, they've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Back to throw. Fields.
Caught by Montgomery.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
Montgomery, another target and catch. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A quick throw out wide to Mooney.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears.
Justin Fields
keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Bears add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Santos with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Bears 49, Vikings 21. Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep it.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, Fields.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to take over here at the 122-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one that he flips on the tape. He's like, I should have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. A first down throw for Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Cousins. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Cousins now to throw on first down.
Cook makes the catch on the out route.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. Now Cousins. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
One last shot now for Cousins. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for the Bears, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season.
And they will head home next week to take on the Washington Commanders.
Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah.